Hello, everybody. Good morning. You're very welcome to our sign language class this morning. My name is Anthony. That's my sign name, and I'm with an interpreter today as normal. Lovely to see everyone. Welcome back if you're joining us again. And welcome, very welcome to those who are joining us for the first time. So you can see two of us on screen, and I'll explain why. I'm your sign language tutor, me, Anthony. So I'm going to be signing, and the lady in the corner of your screen, she's the interpreter to make it accessible in English. So that means we can have it accessible in BSL and English. Good morning, Kellyanne. How are you? You're very welcome. So, last week I was teaching you some important vocabulary, some important words that you might need. So, hopefully, you might remember that vocabulary that we learned last week. There were words like thank you, hello, sorry, and also I had explained a little bit how we sign things in a positive form. So that's the thumbs up. So all those signs relating to positivity, like good and great and fantastic or brilliant, they're all signed in that way with a thumb. And that's better and best. And then the little finger, like this, signifies negativity or bad or awful or terrible, horrible, um, wrong, blame, guilty, worst. So you can see the difference between the positive sign with the thumbs up and the negative signs with the little finger raised. So this also is linked to affirmation and negation. So those two words are very important as well. So you can see the nodding head or the nodding sign for yes, can, agree, want, and then the other signs, which are to negate something or negative, so I disagree or I don't want, you're shaking the head, I don't need, or I refuse or reject something. Okay, so hopefully you can see the difference. That's part of the language, the head nod as well. Some people, as I've said before, think that sign language is just the hand movement, but it's the upper body, the facial expressions, the head movement, all these kind of things that show and signify the action. Okay, so you can see sometimes that if you're very firm about something, the action will be accentuated or exaggerated like that as well. So I'm going to show you this again if you watch carefully. So yes, you can see the head nod. So the sign is like this, that's the yes, but you've got to add in your affirmation, your facial expression, so it's a nodding head. Or, yeah, maybe. It looks almost like, yeah, could be, possible. You could be right, possibly. So it's not quite a definite yes, but it's a nearly yes. And that is a definite yes. So that is definitely a strong yes. You can see the difference. That's a, yes, it could be. Of course, I do remember now. Yes, yes. So you can see how all that is expressed through the head nod and the facial expressions as well as the sign. So let's watch again. So that's a yes. 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 That's a definite yes. Definitely yes. So can you see the difference in how we make the sign with the facial expression? Sign language is such a rich, beautiful visual language. And a lot of the English words can be encompassed in one sign. For example, you might have lots of words that you can sign very succinctly in one sign. And then you can have other words that in sign language are, you have to expand a lot more. So it's just very different culturally. And I will explain a little bit more about that later on. So the plan for today's session is this. We're going to learn some transport signs. We're going to recap on colours. We will do a little bit of work on verbs as well. So first of all, I'm going to teach you some methods of transport. So this is how we sign transport. Transport. So here we have a picture of a car. So this is how we sign car. Car. And bus. 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 And next one is boat. Boat. And this one, train. Train. And here we have an airplane or a plane. So I do have other ones as well here that are not on the picture. That's helicopter. Helicopter. What's that one? Lorry. Lorry. So that's lorry. And caravan. Caravan. And bicycle. Bicycle. Okay, so let's recap these again. So this was how we signed transport. Transport. Car. Bus. Actually, some deaf people don't use the sign for bus, but they finger spell it like that. So it's BUS for bus, or you can sign it like that, whichever you prefer. Bus. Bicycle. Bicycle. Train. Train. Aeroplane. Aeroplane. Helicopter. Helicopter. And boat. Boat. Lorry. Lorry. So that's your long distance lorry. And caravan. Caravan. So it's the two fingers hooked together towing the caravan. Okay. Good morning to Leslie. You're very welcome to our session this morning. And Joan, good morning to you as well. Oh, it's a lovely sunny day where you are. It's not sunny where we are. It's miserable and rainy and cloudy here, unfortunately. It's kind of bright, but yeah, it's a little bit sort of mizzly and cloudy and not so clear. So hopefully that helps you with some transport signs. So let me explain now a little bit about how you get somewhere. For example, how do you get here to the place you're in now? Okay, so this is how we sign it in BSL. So it's you over there, how. That's the sign for how. So it's you get to over there. How? You get to here. How? So you get here. How? Pretend there's a building over there. It could be a restaurant that you're going to, for example. So that's a sign for restaurant. And cafe. Cafe. Or school. School. I know some of the English signs you will see for school are slightly different in different regions. So it could be that for school in your region. Some people sign it like that, and others use different signs. So it could be your workplace, and that's how you sign work. Work. So the question is, you get to work. How? That's how it's signed in BSL. Or you get to the restaurant over there. How? You get to the cafe. How? Meaning, how do you go to the cafe? You get here to home. How? How do you get back home? Okay, so remember the question, which is how in this case, always comes at the end. So the question in BSL always comes at the end. So Joan was asking for the sign for mobility scooter. So here we go. That's your mobility scooter. And that's slightly different from the sign for motorbike. As you can see, if you can just see the different motorbike, mobility scooter, you're sitting on the mobility scooter. It's a little bit more gentle of a sign. So hopefully that helps. So you can see there that that hand movement signifies the controls of the mobility scooter. Okay, so in terms of asking the question about transport, I've showed you how to do that. So I'll show you how to give the answer as well. So first of all, the question again, you get to the restaurant over there. How? I go by car. So it's I, car, drive. Joan, you're not very speedy. Oh, well, you never know. We'll have to keep an eye out for you. We might see you speeding on the roads. Okay, so again, here's the response. I, car. So in English, you would say, I go by car. In sign language, you just point to yourself if it's you. I, car. Okay, so the noun comes first. So it's the car is the noun. And then the verb. So it's car, drive rather than drive car. So it's drive. See how I'm showing that I'm driving from here to there? So I'm driving from here to the restaurant. So drive is the verb. So let's watch that again. That's quite complicated. So I, car, drive. So that means I get to the restaurant by car in English. So another question might be, you get to work. How? I train and then walk. So again, your verb is that you're walking. So let me explain a little bit about verbs. Okay, so whenever you're signing a verb, you don't necessarily use a lip pattern in BSL. So you see the way I'm not mouthing the word walk, but I'm actually, and I'm not, watch this as well, when I'm driving, I'm not saying drive on my lips, I'm showing by my facial expression and lip patterns that I'm driving, or I'm jumping, but I'm not mouthing the word jump. So the verbs, you don't actually pronounce those on your lips. So reading, again, look at my lip pattern here. I'm not mouthing the word to read. Or teaching. So look how I'm signing the word to teach. Look at my facial expression here. Okay, so that's how we sign verbs. A lot of people ask me why you don't actually pronounce the verb on the lips, and it is a good question. Because the English words you would say, for example, I walked slowly, or if you wanted to walk very quickly, it would be I walked quickly. But in BSL, you can see how I'm signing that. We don't actually use that word slowly or quickly in relation to a verb like that in BSL. So if you watch me really carefully, hopefully this will make sense. So this is river. I live very close to a river. Okay, so this is the river. And look at me walking beside the river. You can see what I'm doing. I'm walking. Looks like I'm enjoying myself. I'm relaxed. I'm sort of nicely paced, meandering along beside the river. I don't need to say all that in words or signs. I can show all that on my face. So when I'm coming back to the house, if I'm returning on my walk and I'm doing a roundabout, and I'm checking my time and I'm realizing, oh my goodness, I'm late for work. So look how I'm having to walk really, really quickly, but I'm not saying all that in words or signs. Can you see how the difference is signified by using my facial expressions? So let's watch that again. So I'm walking nice and slowly and relaxed. And now I'm walking really, really fast. I need to get somewhere really quickly. So if you want to just sign the word walk, that's absolutely fine. But if you want to add on a little bit more intensity, you can add the facial expressions in, which makes the language much more rich. So if you've joined any of our sessions previously, you will have heard me explain how facial expressions are so important and actually are part of the language. Without the facial expressions, the language can have less meaning and you have to put in more words and work really hard to have more signs, and you don't need them. Facial expressions cover all that. So again, watch how we drive. So I'm driving along quite happily. Means I'm just sort of, yeah, I'm no hurry to get anywhere. I'm in no rush. I'm just driving along. Or maybe I'm on a long journey. Look how I'm signifying that I'm on a really long journey. Oh, that means that I'm just going a long distance. And look how tired I look. Yeah, because I'm having to drive a long distance. Or, oh, I'm late. I need to hurry up and get somewhere. I'm driving really quickly. I'm in a rush. I don't need to sign all that. I can just show it on my face. Isn't that really interesting in how rich our language is? Hopefully that makes sense to you all. I know that is quite advanced and quite difficult to get, but it's so interesting that we can show all this as part of the language. Thank you, Jane. You're very welcome to our class as well. Thank you for your comment. Okay, so here we are using the verb to jump. So if we're jumping high, we don't need to add in the word high. Look, we just show it. Or if we're jumping really quickly, look how we can show it. Or if we're just bouncing slowly, we can show that as well. So here we are just having a good time, maybe bouncing on a trampoline or something way up in the air. And now we're jumping really, really fast. And now we're bouncing and maybe just, doing a big high jump. How visual the language is. So that's why you don't need to pronounce the verb on your lips. But don't think that you have to like just completely close your lips. If it helps you to do that, then that's absolutely fine. But it is more rich and more visual if you can add in those intensifiers, as we call them, or those facial expressions. So let's go back to our method of transport. How do we get to work? Or you get to work how? I, car, drive. You go shopping. Shopping. How? In English, how do you go shopping? I, you might go on your mobility scooter, Joan. Mobility scooter. Or you might go really, really fast if you want to get there quickly, Joan. You said you don't speed, but we don't know. Okay. So you go to the cafe. How? I cycle or go on my bike. So again, remember that the noun comes first and then the action or the verb comes later. Joan, I'm only joking. I'm really only joking. I know you don't speed. I trust you completely. I know you wouldn't be speeding. Okay, so let's move on to another topic, which is colours. So here we have red. So that is our sign for red. And the next colour is blue. 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 So red and blue. And this one is white. So this is like a moving sign. So you're flicking away from yourself to make the sign for white. And pink. Pink. And here we have yellow. 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 And black. Black. And next one is orange. Orange. And this one is green. Green. Oh, that's the wrong topic. No, I have other ones as well that I don't have pictures for. So purple, purple, purple. Then brown, brown, brown. And grey, grey, grey. Grey. And gold, gold. And this one is silver, silver. So gold and silver. Okay, so let's do these again. That's the sign for colours. Colours. Red. Blue. Orange. Black. green, white, grey, gold, silver, brown. Good. So if you want to say I have a car, it's I, car, have. And if you want to say it's a red car, here we will show you how to sign you have a red car. Car, reds. So again, the noun being the car comes first, and then the adjective or the describing word comes afterwards. So for example, you might want to say your house is small. The ball is blue, so it's ball blue. Table white. Tree green and brown. Okay, so remember that your noun comes first and then your adjective or your describing word or your verbs come afterwards. So it is the other way around from English. Now, a lot of other languages do that as well. The noun comes first. For example, in French and Spanish, Italian, all those languages have different word orders and different syntax. So it is interesting how languages work. So, quite often when I'm teaching sign language, um, we explain the rules of the language. And some people then comment, oh, yeah, that's the same as French or that's the same as Spanish, where the noun comes first and then the adjective comes afterwards. So, yes, those are quite often the fixed rules of other languages. Oh, apologies. So, perhaps maybe you know another language and you can recognize that the grammatical structure is the same as sign language, but obviously in English the word order is slightly different. Okay, so I'm going to have a little test. Are you ready? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to give you a mode of transport or a colour, something that we've covered already, and see if you can remember them. Obviously, we'll have no interpreter voiceover here. So, number one, here goes number one. Okay, and a repeat of number one again, in case you didn't get that. Here comes number two. And number two again. And number three. And number three again. Number four. Number four again. Number five. Here comes number five again. Number 6. And again. Number 7. And that was number 7 again. Number 8. Number 8 again. So number 10 was that one. And again. Number 11. Here comes number 11 again. Number 12. Number 12 again. Number 13. Oh, I think I might have missed one. Let me just check. Oh, sorry. Yes, I missed number 9, I think. Doesn't matter. We'll just go in the order. Don't worry about the number. We'll just go in the orders that I have them written down here. So anyway, next one coming up. We've 3 more to go here. So watch carefully. Okay, so see if you can get that sentence. And another sentence coming up. And the very last one here, watch carefully. Okay. Okay, so let's check the answers and see how many you got. Okay, yes, most of you were right. You got number 1, which was gold. Very good. Number 2, right again. That was train. Number 3, most of you got that right too. Well done. That was airplane. Number 4, well done again. Perfect answers. Most of you got that. That was orange. Number 5, spot on. Yes, that was boat. Number 6, right again. That was red. Number 7, caravan. Well done if you got that one. Number 8, right again. Most of you got that. That was black. Number 9 was bicycle. Well done if you got that. Number 10, yellow. Brilliant. Good receptive skills. Number 11, helicopter. Excellent. Number 12. So the last three were sentences. So that one was I drive, or I drive quite a long distance. And the one before the last, well done if you got that. I'm really impressed, actually. You have got that. And again, that was I walk. So I walk at a nice, steady pace. And the very last one, well done again if you got that. So I signed that as I book read. So that means, yeah, I'm reading a book. Wow, amazing that you got all those. Brilliant. Well done to everyone. So hopefully everyone enjoyed our session on transport and colours today. And also, as I explained a little bit about the rules of BSL, about the nouns coming first, and then the verbs or the adjectives or the describing words coming afterwards. So that was quite a lot to learn this morning in the session. I'm sure your brains are completely overwhelmed by now after all this, but well done. Hopefully everyone enjoyed the session that was joining us this morning. If you have any other questions, please let me know in the comments box. I'm happy to adjust my topics, anything else you want to learn as the weeks go by. It's important that I match your expectations and what my audience want to learn. I want to thank you for joining us, giving up your time to learn sign language wherever you're based in the UK. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for all those right answers which you put in the comment box. Thank you also for the Royal Voluntary Service for giving me the opportunity to make sign language accessible. And thank you also to the interpreter. Have a lovely weekend, everyone, and see you all next time. Take care, everybody. Bye.